There's been two things I've been forgetting to tell you, and then there's two things I wanted to talk about. Let me tell you the first thing. Physicians Formula came out with two bronzers for the summer. Physicians Formula can be pricey. CVS usually has a lot of sales where you can get extra bucks and use it to, when you buy Physicians Formula. Sometimes you get buy one, get one half. Sometimes you get a 40% off. HEB has 40% off sales. Walmart, I saw this at Walmart and I really, really wanted it, but it was $14. And quite honestly, it's the New York City skyline. It says New York. They came out with two. Paris, which is the darker one, and then New York, which is the lighter one, which is what I would use. But I wasn't going to use this. I wanted it for display, like I think I have a couple other products that I like for display. I would still use them, but I don't want to use. I grew up in New York City. I grew up seeing the skyline from my apartment. My dad's in New York City. You don't really have like houses, at least not in the neighborhoods closer. Like certain neighbors were all brownstone homes, which is a 3-family home, and they're connected to each other, And but I would go to my grandmother's. She lived on the second floor. My mom and dad lived on the first, and then my grandmother lived on the second, and then they rented the third floor. And I would go out onto the fire escape and just watch the skyline. I could see the Statue of Liberty clearly from where I lived, the New York City skyline from where I lived. I grew up seeing this every night. When I moved away, it was such a comfort to drive into New York and see that beautiful night skyline of New York City. My favorite spot is the South Street Seaport, because they have lights on the buildings. I love going. It is kind of like for rich people, very ritzy, expensive, but I just loved walking around there, or just even there's a promenade. There's a place near the highway or the freeway where you could see it. It's called the Promenade. It's like a tiny little park that you can bring your kids to, and you could see it so beautifully and vivid, the South Street Seaport. So I wanted this so bad, but it was like $14. And when I went to HEB that night, another thing was I didn't know if it was permanent or not, but I know I wanted it really bad. And when I went to HEB that night, they had on the box was a rebate. It's like only like specific boxes had these rebates. $14, but you get $10 back. So I was like, this is mine. And so ultimately it wound up costing me what, with tax, $5? And normally this goes for I could say 15 with the tax. And so I got my $10 rebate pretty quickly. I already, deposited it. So I don't know if the camera's on you see, but it's the New York City skyline. So beautiful. So this is out permanently, I think, because I've seen it. I see it in a lot of the stores right now. So I think I went to the website, and it is a permanent item. So just to let you know, if you like bronzers, if you're from New York, I know I say it kind of like it says represent. Like if I'm Southern, I've been in the South so long, so I don't even know how to say it anymore, like a New Yorker. So yeah, so just that's out for you. They have Paris with the Eiffel Tower, and then they have New York with the New York City skyline. And I have like a little tray where I displayed this, my Maybelline that has the skyline, and some of my Revlon that have the little designs on them. I have it there on display in like a little tray that I have.